Good morning. Welcome back to another trading session live stream. This is Franco with Trading Futures Live. And before we begin, please remember that trading is inherently risky and you can lose all your capital. So I do this for my own accountability. Don't take my trades. Do your own due diligence, right? All right, with that being said, let's jump right into the charts. So the NQ is at that demand that I have drawn. Right now it's just chopping around the open. I think we might have some downside. All right, the dollar did not come to my 110. It came shy, close to it. So let's see how this thing behaves. Sorry about that. We'll wait patiently for the setup to show up. All right. So if I do have, I just pulling up my charts here. Down left, upper left, yes. Down left. All right, so this thing is loading. So I do use TradeStation for my internals. I don't have internals data with the NinjaTrader platform. I think there is a way to have it, but I do feel very comfortable with the TradeStation though. All right. So I'm not worried about this move. I barely take breakouts, so I'm not worried about missing this one out. All right, so we're done here. I want to see why my chart is like this. This is the overnight low. Let's put it here. Load overnight low. There you go, and then copy this and have another one here. Overnight high. This is the overnight high. No, the overnight high is right here. There we go. These are very important points. There we go. Nice. I want to clean up this chart. All right, so let me get rid of this. Nice. All right. It's all set. All the accounts are set. Nice. $197. Cool. All right, let's check on the dollar. Let's check on the dollar right here. All right, the dollar came close to the demand and started to go up. So I would consider this as a very nice retracement if we continue to break to the downside. Let's say we break this point right here. So we break this point right here. I would consider this retest to continue to go down. Now remember, we are in demand. Is it a very high quality demand? Is already tested, right? But I need to acknowledge this right there, right? You never know how many times it can work. Now, the more time it spends there, less likely that it's going to work. All right, so the DXY is just chopping around. It's been there since 9:10. We haven't broken to the upside. I want to have the 10-year yield. I want to monitor the 10-year yield also on the lower time frame. Coming down. So it's mixed right now. That's why we don't have like a steady drop right here. All right, let's go see the internals. Oh, obviously we opened up on a very negative side of the chart. Tick chart came to minus 500 and retraced and went back down. Now it's trying to come back up right now. I want to be patient and have a good setup, right? I don't want to rush into this thing. Well, at least for me, that's my personal experience. What my personal experience have taught me, not to just jump in and wait for the right setup. All right, we check on the volume. Let's go check on the volume. So we do read the volume. I do read the volume at 9:38 because the first 7 minute, the second 7 minute candle into the session closes, and then I compare it with the previous day, and ooh, it's not only higher, it's a lot higher. We were expecting high volume today, right? Because of quadruple witching day. So this is the open right here. If we have some sort of retracement to this area, I will take this confirmation. If this thing goes, oh, let me put my chart. Let me pull up my chart. All right, so I do have this. If we have one massive candle without retesting these highs, if we do have some massive candle going to this short, I can take the short. If we do have some sort of retest here, I will not take this short. And so let me clear this out. Let's wait for it to come. If price comes to our supply, then we'll take it. There is no way to me to just rush into this thing and just be here. I don't want that, because the retracement, if it comes, I'm gonna be underwater. All right, nice. I want to see the tick chart close to the zero line. Cool. See if we have so my intro will be around 57.75. Tick chart was going up, now it's stalled. I need this to the extreme high. Come on. Oh my god. Tick chart was not there, and this thing is just collapsing from my entry. This is where you say, all right, you need to just wait more though, because when you start feeling FOMO like I am feeling it right now, it was a perfect setup. It didn't touch, it didn't retest this part. So we broke to the upside and we never retested. If we would have had a retest here, I would not be very enthusiastic to take this trade. But I thought it could get deeper into the area, and then it was just tapped it. 57.75. It went to 57, 58.50. Yeah, 58.25. So I would have gotten all the contracts. It is what it is. 2 days in a row. Now the RTY is becoming the weakest one. That, like I said in the pre-market, RTY is trying to catch up with the other equity markets. So new 5-minute in 30 seconds, and remember we do have some news at 10. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm just feeling FOMO. I think it's natural, and accepting is a very good step to to do, just to get rid of the emotion, right? Either way, it hasn't gotten to my target yet, so I don't. The trade hasn't worked yet. So we have a new 15-minute candle. Let's go check on the dollar. Okay, now finally the dollar got to my demand. All right, dollar got to my demand. Those are the 5-minute retracements right here. Boom. And the yield is turning back around to the upside. So we do have a nice setup. Hey, I'm gonna put an alert here. I want to be aware of this thing. Alert. There we go. Now the tick chart is so weak. When my entry was here, I was thinking that the tick chart could get to the zero line. We didn't come even close. We came to minus 172. That's very weak. Tick chart is cyclical. It goes to the zero and then to a negative extreme and so on. And the market can be doing anything, but the tick chart is always, you know, fluctuating and going from minus 500 to zero plus 500 at all times. But no, we haven't gotten to the zero line, and it is almost 10 in the morning. That's a very bearish sign right there, unless we have some sort of change when the consumer sentiment comes out and the inflation expectations. So we're hovering below the overnight low. We haven't broken to the upside. If we happen to break to the upside, I definitely will play this supply out as a retest. The 871. If we happen to turn around. I mean, the week is pretty awful. Like, we are dropping for the week. I'll tell you. Wow, 7% in the NQ. If we close like this, we'll be down 7% during the week. That's not good. No bueno. So at this point, I think waiting for the report to come out at 10 will be savvy. So wait for the volatility to get us the entry. So the low here in the chart is 49, right? So 49 right here, 49, and the low on the tick is 35 right here. $36. No, actually 35. There we go, here. So we do have some sort of divergence on the tick chart. I don't want to be so... All right, we do have some sort of divergence here on the tick chart. So at this point, the only play that I do have, if this thing turns around, this will be a nice long. Is plenty of shorts right now, but the tick chart is starting to diverge. We might go deeper here. I did not take this thing after having an entry at 57. I did have this sort of supply area, but it's in the middle of the range. So I do like streams. I don't even bother thinking that I missed this one. This one did hurt though. This one did hurt a little bit, because the tick chart was so weak. It didn't get to the 0 line, and it tapped my target. It tapped my target right there. 800 psychological level 2. This is the 500 volume bar for those who are just watching the chart for the NQ futures. Looks pretty bearish though. All the time frames are showing a lot of bearishness. Let's go check on the dollar. All right, so it's leaving my demand 110 is 110.08, and I do have some alerts at 110.20. See if the London supply is gonna work again. So this trade worked. Trade worked perfectly. I did not take it, sadly. I was just waiting for the tick chart to go to more extreme levels. So tick chart continues to diverge when this thing is coming down. So it's not creating new fresh lows. That's the first sign for the trend change. So if I would be in this short, I wouldn't like that the tick chart. Do you guys have taken any trades? All right. Now for me is gone. The short is not in my mindset right now. I would, if we have some collapse on the tick chart, I will come back to the short. Right now I'm staying put, waiting for the setup to happen. If so, there are two possibilities that I'm looking at. Either the tick chart collapses and it breaks the possibility of the divergence or the turnaround here. That's one possibility. So I will look for more shorts. Ideally 853 again. This one, because we just came very shy. Not very shy. We came into the zone, but we immediately rejected. So this is another. So we can use this area again. That's one possibility. The other possibility is the turnaround and retest of these areas, right? The tick chart is diverging big time right now. It is diverging when this thing is going down slowly. So I don't want to think, yes, the market could go down 5% today or 10% or whatever. But I don't want to just think that this thing is going to continue to 11,000 today, right? It could, but does realistically, is that probable? We're minus 1.8%. I will dance with the chart. Whatever the chart is telling me, I will do. So finally, tick chart is breaking down, and what time is this? It hasn't created a new low though. And this thing is going lower big time. Tick chart hasn't created any new low. All right, dollar is back into the demand. Very aggressively collapsing the dollar from 08 to 99. So the news is gonna come out in 5 seconds. And the news is out. The news is out, and we have a retracement. Dollar's holding right there. So consumer sentiment came lower than expected, and inflation expectations came lower than expected. But I think it's yeah, you can't really care about these results. Just watch the chart. It's impossible to understand the reactions though. So tick chart hasn't come to the zero line yet in half an hour. The entire trading session we haven't gotten a zero line on the tick chart, but it's creating divergence from the downside. It's not going down. All right, so we do have this pivot right here. Ideally, these two are better, right? But these ones are not the ones that I can ignore, like this. I do think I can play it long right here. From here to here. Let's see if we can clear out this one. If we could clear out the 28 to 38. Picture is so weak. Picture is very weak. So new 3 minute in 1 minute and new 7 minute in 1 minute. So I will try to play this thing at the same time to see if we can have a retracement on both candles. Tick chart hasn't broken any high. It is breaking it now, but it was diverging. It was diverging big time. So if we can have a collapse so we can enter this trade right here in 10 seconds. So I will put the order on. That's not gonna happen. The 7 minute just opened up and it's just going up. We finally have a extreme on the tick chart. Yeah, this thing is gone. So it came back here at 10:03, but didn't touch the zone. Now these two pivots right here are putting a lot of pressure. Thing is that my risk and reward ratio is not good. I do have 83 right there. Will I be taking the supply? Not really right here. Tick chart is just breaking to the upside. So I'm gonna cancel this and get rid of this line. You guys have taken something? I haven't taken any trade. I had a short setup that I missed, and I do think the markets can recover a little bit. See how this goes. So I do have this, right? Let's see if I can take this one. Let me get rid of this. I know this pivot's very important, but let me see if I can take this one. Three more minutes for the 7 minute, but the 2 minute is good, so I might take this one. How much is 3 to 1?
Order submitted.
All right, so I do have enough. All right, I am in this thing. Let's see if we can have a continuation to the upside. Tick chart collapsed but never made a new low, so let's see if we can have a continuation to the upside right here. Yeah, this thing might go down. Might continue to go down. So I'm in this thing long. Let's see if we can have a continuation to 74. That's my target. It's below the overnight high though. All right, so we are close to 1-to-1. I am going to move my stop to break even. I don't like how this thing moved to the upside so aggressively. It creates a racetrack to the downside. So I just moved my stop to break even. See if we can have a target right here. So tick chart is creating a new high. That's not good. Ideally, I wanted this thing to hold. So we hit the 83 supply. Let's see if we can get above this. Well, the 3-minute is not going. Let's wait for it. Like I have no other thing to do but just to wait. My stop is a break even. We were close to 3-to-1. All right, so we hit target. We hit target in this trade, and we made 3R. I think it might have some more continuation, but it's gonna be very volatile. If I'm willing to 920, yeah, 920 is the overnight high. But like I said, I don't want to stretch my trade. 3-to-1, I can live with that. If you make 3 times whatever you risk anytime, you will make tons of money, right? You need to be consistent. Now here's the deal. The ideal entry for me was this one, right? The ideal entry for me was 814, but I got in at 23. So I got not the best entry, right? I got not the best entry because I was considering this pivot right here, right? But regardless, I do think it was a good trade. I don't want to stretch to the overnight high. What is the overnight high, by the way? The overnight high is it's 935. So it's very far. And this thing is going to be volatile. So what's the meaning for me to wait this till breaking even after being 3-to-1? I don't know, probably scaling out and stuff, but since I'm just doing such a small size, if I get to trade like 20-30 minis at some point, then yes, I will scale out. Right now, my objective is just get better at this. Really better. Really good at it. So I made 500 bucks in this trade. I was risking 170. So it was close to 4-to-1 though. So for those just coming into the live, I got in a long right here, and I closed it right here, and I was risking the entire area, this entire area. Where was it? Here. There we go. So that was my risk, and this is my trade. I think it was let's see. So my stop was 05. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, 3-1. And we missed one setup in the morning. We missed the short right here. I did have the entry. Sorry, I did have the bracket order. I was waiting for the tick chart to give me more extreme, but it was so weak that never gave it to me, and then it ended up to the target. But then we took advantage of this opportunity on the other side. Now the tick chart made a new high, and I want to see where the new high is. The new high is right here. Oh, what time is this? And this is what I do all day long. New high is 10:14. So 10:14 is right here. Sorry, let's go to this one. This one is the NQ chart. So 10:14 is right here. There we go. So this is the high. All right, so the tick chart is coherent. It has no divergence so far. So this is 17. 17 is lower. So I don't see any divergence to the short side right now. So this could mean that all right, so you're not watching my chart. So this is the high on the tick chart. I don't see any divergence to the downside yet. So we might have some continuation to the upside. And here's the deal. Stacking bananas. If I put my stop right here, break even, and this thing comes back down, stop me out, break even after being 3-1, that's not good for my psychology. So far, I'm working to get better at it. So the tick chart hasn't made a new low though. It created a high coherent with this pivot, meaning that the market is on the pivot high. So we don't have any divergence as of right now on the tick chart. All right, so I am just waiting. I took a long, and I'm just waiting for this another setup to show up. Yeah, it's so important for me to see the divergence to try to like change my bias. I need to see the change on the tick chart. If I don't see it, I will probably just keep long in this shit until it gives me the information here. All right, the XY went through the demand 110. So the dollar is down to levels from Asia session yesterday. This is a quite important area though. A lot of pivots right there. A lot. Starting to go back up though. Rates coming down also. What do you guys think the market will do today? Will recover this 1% drop, or it will close at the lows? I hear you guys. All right, so we just I'm just waiting. If I do have another setup, then I will take it. For now, the tick chart diverged to the long side, and we haven't have any other divergence to the downside. So for me to see this divergent to the downside, we need to make a new high. That means like 890 around there. Going to stay negative today and be trader. Yeah, that's a high possibility, right? Yeah, if rates continue to go down, we might recover a little bit, but if we come back up, yeah, negative. Dollar is coming down though. Yeah, a lot of buying in this area, 840. It's a lot of buying right here. Till tick does not diverge, for me, my bias is long. The dollar is dropping, the dollar is dropping, and the rates are dropping. So we do have a nice long setup for now. Tick chart gave us the signal to get in long. Yeah, this thing is pushing up. All right, so did we create a new high right here? We broke to the upside. Now the tick chart was a lot weaker than in this point. When I say a lot weaker. This point went up to 607. This point went up to 332. So we're starting to see some divergence. So let's wait for it. It looks very bullish right now. It's a lot of volatility today. Remember, today's quadruple witching day. We do have rebalancing of portfolios, big institutions closing and opening new positions. That makes price volatile, not necessarily to one direction, but intraday fluctuations might be wild. I'm trading the NQ futures, actually the MNQ. I did four MNQ contracts in my last trade. And what are you watching? What you're watching is the 500 volume bar of the mini contract on the Nasdaq futures. All right, so we finally broke to the upside, and the tick chart did not. Let me see if I can pull up the tick chart. All right, I need to do a lot of things for you to see this thing. Pre-market, there we go. All right, put myself here. There we go. So here, the tick chart created a high, right? And now the market is continuing to go higher, right? Still go higher, but this thing is not, right? There's a lot of divergence here. And there are two possibilities that might happen. Is that it just, it could at some point just break and confirm the uptrend, or if the area is very important, right? The supply is very important. It gets to supply and price, and tick chart can come around this trend line or to this level, but below, always below this one, and then there is your short setup, right? All right, so that's what I trade. Pound dollar, divergent, confusing. Divergence is when one thing is going up, but the other thing is going down. They're going they're diverging in direction, right? While the tick chart is making lower highs, this thing is making higher highs. And look at here, how the divergence was. Here was the first divergence. Sorry, I think it was here or here. So look, it came all the way down 20 points before it turned around, right? So the tick chart actually did not make a new high, and this thing is just going up, right? It made a same high, this same high. So right now, if we have this confirmation, remember this has to be done at a certain level, right? In level of importance here. Like if you have, for instance, this pivot right here, this is yesterday's low at 335. That is gonna put some pressure. This one, the red line right here. I know it looks very confusing, this chart, but this pivot here, the red line, is gonna put some pressure to the sell side. That's the low from yesterday. That is the low from yesterday. So that is one level that I'm looking at if I want to short. And ideally, because I don't have any supply but overnight, ideally I would like this thing to create some sort of formations here. If it creates a formation, something around like this, and then I retest it, and then this will be my trade. But for that, we need time and patience. All right, I'm gonna take 5-minute breaks, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break because I've been here, stick to the chart for 2.5 hours. I'll come back in 5 minutes. All right, I am back. It's good to take a few minutes of the charts to reassess and to just get back into the best state of mind. Garden miss. Does it apply to all time frames? 1 minute to yeah, you could is regardless of the time frame. It's just a divergence. I do see the actually I do see the tick chart on 1 minute. So there was some divergence here. We created a double top and then we're pulling back down. So I really thought that we could do this thing around this area, yesterday's high, right? But look how important is this sort of a pattern here. It happens every day, all day. Every time, if you are patient enough to wait for the setup, it'll show up. And I was expecting this thing to just close the gap to yesterday's low, but I think it's weaker than what I expected though. So I do think this area is a very important area, right? Right here, let's include this one. If we want to short, we could short around here. And this one gave us a very nice risk and reward ratio. Let's wait if we have some sort of pullback. So this is a 50-minute candle open. And wow, it's coming down. It's coming down hard. Right now, since we have this topping pattern and the divergence, I'm not looking for longs really. I want to see if let me check on the tick chart a little bit. So for now, the short is very likely set up, although I need to recognize that I do have these formations on the 3-minute and the 7-minute right here. This was the basically when we broke to the upside. So this was the downtrend. This candle was the one just changing the downtrend to another direction. So I do think this point is very important to watch. So the 15 minutes is turning around. If we close here with the 7-minute, meaning in a bullish manner, I will pay attention to the tick chart real time to see if this is a good short or not. I do have, let me pull up my chart. I do have 93.50. 93.50. So I don't want this thing to go above that. I don't want the tick chart to go above, I would say 428 if I'm gonna take this short. For those coming in, I took a long trade here. This was my entry. This was my exit, and my risk was around here. It was a 3-to-1 trade. Right now I'm just waiting for this thing to see if I have a short setup. I did have some divergence on the tick chart right here, topping pattern. I was expecting NQ to come to yesterday's low and do something like this, and to take a trade right here, but actually did it way before the overnight, the yesterday's low, and we are coming down. So the tick chart diverged to the downside. I'm focusing on shorts right now. So one thing that could happen if we break on the tick chart on our way to this area, so that is a no-no for me. That means that the area is not gonna work, or at least if it works, it's not within my planned strategy. So I will have to have the tick chart below 427, or at least that is a trade station read. I know this changes over, with different brokers and so on and whatnot, but if I do have that read below 427, I will take this short. Thank you, MB Trader. Yeah. But for now, I'm just staying put. All right, dollar is coming down sharply, like it's giving up all its gains for the day, I guess. Let me see. Oh yeah, we're negative. Ooh, that's not good. I've said on the pre-market, because we had a supply zone on created. This was created September 7th, and it was revisited during London Open. Wow, we're coming down from there big time. You can watch my live stream from earlier this morning. I did review that chart in detail. I do use the dollar to correlate my trades. I think is one of the most powerful tools that I use. So right now I'm just waiting to see if I can have a short setup right here. Not trying any long for now. Not thinking in longs for now. Lower dollar up market, yes, but here's the thing. If the dollar is coming down, it's facing demands, so it's being bought. So when it's being bought, this thing goes down, right? Not necessarily it correlates 100%, right? Or opposite correlated. What I mean. So the dollar might be going down, but if it's been bought, meaning there are some demands right there, it's gonna stop at some time, and this thing is gonna continue to go down. So I don't want to overthink that. I don't want to just see the dollar going down and the market going up automatically. First is 82% oppositely correlated. It's not 100%, right? And number two, the way I like to see it is, all right, when the dollar is in a high quality demand and this thing is in a high quality supply, then yes, the market is going to go down and the dollar is going to go up, right? That's the way I see it. No, it's a combination also. It's a combination with the yields. So now the yields are going up, right? And the dollar is going down. So we need to pay attention to that. And I do have a cheat sheet that I use. Where is? I think it's right here. So, so DXY down. DXY down with the 10-year yield, long financial, long commodities. It doesn't say long tech. So the only long tech is DXY down and 10-year yield down, then long tech. By the way, my trade earlier, we had 10-year yield going down and the bond going down at the same time. we're patiently waiting for two things. Either we have a nice supply, meaning I do have this one right here. So let me get rid of this one because this is far, right? Too far. I want to say this one is another one right here. So I do have this one, 868. So we're waiting for two things. Either the tick chart start giving us longs divergence, right? Or we have a retracement to this thing and we take this thing short from here, right? So those are the two things that we're waiting. I see an interesting pattern after multiple same color candles, then a switch on the 5-minute chart. 25 minutes later is a good entry usually. Yeah, I haven't noticed that though. Look at 10 a.m. then 10:25. Oh, you want me to see the 5 minutes? So let me bring the 5 minutes. $10 a.m. So it says after multiple same color candles. 1, 2, 3. Well, we had two. 10, 10:25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 candles. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Well, I think it's good to find any system that works for you and your psychology. Look, I've tried so many things. I've been doing this for 5 years, and I've been frustrated. I've been happy. I've been unrealistic. But I think you can, if you can find something that you can test and have an edge, then use it. For me, for my psychology, for the way I think the things that I'm doing are very, very helpful, right? It helps me stay in course. Count the red for 25 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and then the drop, that's what you mean? Yeah, we can start tracking that. I'm gonna start tracking that. So it's there you go. Gotcha. All right, volatility is dying a little bit. We do have the rates going up for the last 35 minutes, and the dollar is stalling, stopped going down. So that's where I say All right, if the dollar is going down and this thing is dropping, so one of them is going to change. Is either the dollar or the equity market. Not necessarily that they're going to change, but that's 32% probable, right? Based on the correlation. So the market still is still trusting the Fed. So expectations for inflation on September came to 4.6%. They have a lot of faith in the Fed. Let's see how that goes. Even though I'm not looking for longs, I do recognize that I have this demand right here at 11,805. So for me, that means that if I do have a setup right here and I don't have at least 4 to 5, I wouldn't take this short because it's so close. If I'm gonna go for 3 to 1, I need to have at least 5 to 1, like real risk and reward ratio, right? So I get like 80% of the movement. So if I were to take a short right here, right, which is not a setup, right? But let's say I want to take this one. I want to risk right here. So for me to take this trade, so this is too stretched. It's too close. You see that? It's 2 to 1. So I need to be a champion to grab the entire move. That's the hardest thing you can ever try in trading. You have to just play the probabilities. Whereas if your entry is right here, let's say like this one, and you have 7 to 1, but you're gonna go for 4 or 3, there you go. That's the highest probability. See that? That's the example. So me facing this demand, even though I'm looking for shorts, I'm not oblivious that this demand is right here. So I need to pay attention to it. Unit risk and reward ratio. All right, so we're very far from the setup. We have this demand, but I'm gonna close the live stream I want to say, if you like what I do here, please consider subscribe to the channel and share it to other people, so we can grow this thing. I come live 8:45 every morning for the pre-market analysis. I go over the dollar, other currencies, the VIX, rates and whatnot, and all of that I use for my trading. And then I go live 9:25 right before market opens. So if you like what I do, please subscribe and share and like the videos. All right, so with that, I'll see you guys all Monday. All right, have a great weekend. See you guys. Have a good day. Bye.